The key to hitting is getting into this position with timing. All our major leaguers start from a different stance and get there a different way, but they all get to this position with the ball well out in front. All our major leaguers come down with their foot at approximately a 45-degree angle. They all come down with equal bend in their knees and their knees inside their feet, giving them control over their center of gravity. They all come down with their hips square to the plate, their shoulders turned in and fairly level, less than a 12-degree angle. Their hands are even or behind their back elbow in a position to pull with both hands. And if you were able to see from the pitcher's view, you'd see that their hands are even or inside their front elbow, giving them a direct path back to the ball. Their bats are all angled back towards their head. And if you draw a line down from their inside eye, you'll see that they come down in an athletic, well-balanced position. Most hitters fail because they never get to this position with timing.
The real key to being a successful hitter at any level is making sure that you get to a good hitting position with good timing, or a good ready position, ready to swing the bat. What you'll see in all of our major leaguers is that when they get ready to swing the bat, what you'll see is you'll see the front foot at a 45-degree angle. You'll see the equal bend in their knees. You'll see that their hips are square to the plate. You'll see that their shoulders are turned in and angled at less than a 12-degree angle. You'll see that their hands are even or behind the back elbow, that the bat is angled behind their head, and you'll see that when they come down at toe touch, you'll see that their eye will be right in the middle of their stance. If you can get to this position with timing, you've got a great opportunity to be a successful hitter. There are a couple more things at the ready position that we want to look at from the target view. You want to see that the hitter has created room for his arms to swing down the line of the pitch. The second thing you want to see is at toe touch, you want to see that the hand is even or inside this front elbow, so that his hands can start back down the line and hit in a big zone. If my hands are outside my elbow, the only place this elbow can go is really across my body, which means the hands are going to cross the body, which means the sweet spot of my bat is going to be slicing across the line of the pitch. So we want to make sure that when we come down, we've created some room for our arms to swing underneath our head, and that our hands are even or inside this front elbow. We've talked about how important it is to get to a good hitting position with timing. And you've seen how all the major leaguers get to virtually the same position at toe touch. The reason they all get to that good same hitting position is because there is really one efficient way that we can generate and deliver as much force into the ball while we hit in a big zone, while we're efficient to the ball, where there's no extra moves. In baseball, we have to be efficient. We have a time element. We have all the time in the world to get ready to swing, but when the ball is released, we have a set amount of time where we have to get the bat to the ball. And that's what forces all our major leaguers to get to virtually the same position. Getting to a good hitting position with timing is probably the hardest part of hitting. If we can get down with the ball well out in front and we're in a position, we can make the necessary adjustments to the speed and the location of the pitch. If we never get to a good hitting position, you're always going to be struggling to get to the ball. To see how obvious some of the common flaws are, I'll put up a series of different photographs and let you pick the one that is in a better hitting position. Live and independent hands is a phrase we use to describe how the hands and arms work throughout the swing. Live meaning that the hands are continually to move. We don't want them to stop and become stagnant or stale. They continue to move, and they work independently of our shoulders and our hips. A person that does not have independent hands, you would see the shoulders and the arms working together. We call this a gate swing, where there are no forces being added together to generate energy, where everything is kind of tied together. What we want to see is the hands making a move to get them independent, and when we go to swing, you'll see that the back elbow will initiate the forward move, sending the hips into rotation. And you'll see that the front elbow will then be picked up, and the hands will be able to travel down the line of the pitch, enabling us to hit in a big zone.